The woman had been adrift at sea for 5 days and 5 nights. Just as she was falling into despair, an abandoned island appeared in front of her. She used every last bit of strength to paddle hard. At that moment, a dark shadow slid past underwater. When the woman turned around, she only saw a fish tail. The shadow struck again, causing the raft to shake violently. This time, she saw clearly that it was a great white shark, which leaped out of the water and bit the raft. The woman panicked instantly. The raft was deflating right before her eyes. In her moment of crisis, she could only grab the paddle and row for her life. The island was getting closer and closer. But suddenly, the woman lost her balance and nearly fell into the sea. The air in the raft was almost completely gone, yet her fierce will to survive kept her from giving up. After struggling with all her might, she was only steps away from the island. But the hungry shark was not about to let its meal escape. However, the woman saw a sign that read, "No trespassing violators will be prosecuted." She turned and saw 3 great white sharks behind her. The woman raised the paddle high and threw it with all her strength. She wanted to buy herself some time. Then she jumped into the sea. The next second, the sharks lunged and missed. The woman swam desperately toward a raft near the island. She survived by a miracle. Feeling solid ground beneath her feet, she finally relaxed. She stood up slowly. The woman immediately opened a nearby supply box and found some food and medicine inside. She grabbed a large bottle of water and took a huge gulp straight from it. Still unsatisfied, she drank greedily. But stranded in the middle of the ocean, she had to control how much she drank. Only that way could she stay alive. Just then, the woman was overjoyed to find a walkie-talkie. She shouted for help at once, but there was no response. Later, she found a flare gun and loaded it immediately. She raised it and fired into the sky. After doing all this, the woman laughed out loud. The frustration pent up for 5 days was released in that moment. Her only task now was to wait quietly for rescue. But when Anna turned around, she suddenly saw a figure floating on the sea. It was her best friend, Lisa. Anna threw a rope to her at once and pulled her onto the raft. Lisa had been incredibly lucky. She had drifted at sea for 3 days and 3 nights without encountering any sharks. Anna then learned that her boyfriend had died. She cried sadly. Just then, a man's voice came through the walkie-talkie. He said he had seen the distress signal and was rushing toward them as fast as he could. After a short conversation, the man learned there were sharks nearby. They decided to take care of the sharks first, but Anna thought this was not wise. She shouted loudly, begging the man to rescue them first. At that moment, a shark slammed straight into the yacht. One man lost his balance and fell into the sea. The other man reached out to pull his companion up, but the shark rammed the yacht again. In the end, both rescuers were killed. Only the yacht remained, drifting aimlessly on the sea. Watching their last hope of rescue vanish, Lisa and Anna were overcome with grief. At the same time, they realized they could only survive by killing the sharks around them. Anna then dove into the sea. Lisa was shocked, but Anna waved her arms vigorously in the water. Soon, the sharks swam quickly toward her. She forced herself to stay calm. As the sharks drew closer, Anna moved slowly back toward the raft. When the sharks were right in front of her, she scrambled onto the raft. Lisa then pulled the rope in her hand. A heavy stone fell from high above, hitting the shark squarely on the head. Working together perfectly, the two killed one shark. But the danger was not over. The blood in the water made the remaining sharks even more violent. Just then, Anna suddenly saw a spear gun floating on the sea. She dove into the water at once and grabbed it. Meanwhile, Lisa broke off several sharp rocks from the reef, tied them to a blood-stained bandage, and threw it far away with all her strength. The blood sent from the rocks drew the shark's attention. Anna took the chance to swim toward the spear gun. She had to get back to the raft before the sharks returned. But just as she grabbed the spear gun and turned to go back, a shark swam straight toward her. Lisa saw this and shouted a warning at the top of her lungs. She grabbed a dagger, ready to help if needed. But even with all her strength, Anna could not outswim the shark. The shark was soon right behind Anna. At the critical moment, Lisa screamed and jumped straight into the sea, blocking the shark. The two climbed onto the raft together, but Lisa had been bitten on the leg by the shark. Anna quickly took bandages from the supply box and tied them tightly around Lisa's thigh, but it was no use. A few minutes later, Lisa died from excessive blood loss. Anna broke down and cried hysterically. After a long time, she finally calmed down. Anna turned to look at the shark, her eyes filled with rage. She picked up the spear gun, then took a can of gasoline from the supply box. She tied a rope to the tip of the spear and fastened the other end to the sign on the raft. With everything ready, Anna held the spear gun and splashed the water violently with her feet. The loud noise successfully drew the hidden shark toward her. She took aim and pulled the trigger. The spear struck the shark's open jaws perfectly. As the shark struggled against the rope, Anna opened the gasoline can and poured all of it over the water. She then fired the flare gun, igniting the entire area. The flames swallowed the shark at once. Having avenged Lisa, Anna laughed out loud. She then looked at the yacht not far away. Anna gathered her courage and dove into the sea. She swam with all her strength toward the yacht. Just as she was inches away from climbing aboard, another shark raced toward her. Right before the shark attacked, Anna jumped onto the yacht. The frustrated shark rammed the yacht once, then left. Anna cried tears of joy, reborn at last.